Excerpts from the larger Pure Land Sutra, Part 2, sections 28 through 30. Activity of the bodhisattvas born in the Pure Land, with special mention of Avalokitesvara and Mahastamaprapta. Teaching of the Dharma by Amitāyus, and virtues of the bodhisattvas in the Pure Land. The Buddha said to Ananda, "All the bodhisattvas in the land of Amitāyus will ultimately attain the stage of becoming a Buddha after one more life. Excepted are those who have made original vows for the sake of sentient beings, resolving to cultivate the merit of realizing their great vows to save all sentient beings. The light of a bodhisattva shines 100 yojanas. There are 2 bodhisattvas who are the most dignified. Their majestic light reaches everywhere in the universe of 1,000 million worlds." Ananda asked, "What are the names of these 2 bodhisattvas?" The Buddha replied, "One is called Avalokitesvara, and the other Mahastamaprapta. They had both performed bodhisattva practices in this world, and at the end of their lives were born by transformation in that Buddha land. Ananda, the sentient beings born there all fully possess perfect wisdom, with which they penetrate deeply into the nature of all dharmas and reach their subtle essence, the non-arising of all dharmas." The Buddha said to Ananda, "When Amitāyus preaches the Dharma to Shravakas and Bodhisattvas, they all assemble in the 7-jewel lecture hall. There he fully expounds the teachings of the way and proclaims the wonderful Dharma. The whole audience rejoices, comprehends, and attains enlightenment. At that time, a breeze spontaneously arises in each of the 4 directions and wafts over the jewel trees, producing sounds of the pentatonic scales and causing innumerable exquisite flowers to fall like rain and scatter everywhere. Natural ways of glorification such as these are endlessly repeated." The Buddha said to Ananda, "The bodhisattvas born in that Buddha land expound the right Dharma whenever appropriate, and because they are in accord with the wisdom of enlightenment, their expositions are infallible and free of error. In regard to the myriads of things in that land, they have no thought of possession or attachment. Whether going or coming, proceeding or remaining, their hearts are unattached. Their acts are in accordance with their will and are unrestricted, and they have no thought of discrimination. In them there is no idea of self or others, no idea of competition or dispute. With the heart of great compassion to benefit all living beings, and with tenderness and self-control, they bear no enmity or grudge against anyone. Free of mental hindrances, they are pure in mind and without indolence. Unbiased, noble-minded, sincere, and tranquil, their hearts can revere, appreciate, and enjoy the Dharma. Having extinguished all evil passions, they are free of those tendencies that cause one to fall into evil realms. They have accomplished all the duties of a bodhisattva and are fully endowed with immeasurable virtues. Having reached deep meditation and gained supernatural powers, transcendent knowledge, and wisdom, they are established in the 7 practices leading to enlightenment and are devoted to the Buddha Dharma. With the wisdom eye, they see truth and attain the other shore. With the Buddha eye, they completely realize the nature of dharmas. And with unhindered wisdom, they expound the Dharma to others. Although they observe with the eye of equality that the 3 worlds are empty and non-existent, they strive to learn the Buddha Dharma and acquire varied eloquence to rid living beings of affliction caused by the evil passions. Since all dharmas have arisen from suchness, the bodhisattvas see them as they really are, and no skillful means of speech, that will develop good habits and destroy bad ones in living beings. They cultivate roots of virtue, revere the path of the Buddha, and know that all dharmas are completely tranquil and non-existent. Their samsaric bodies and evil passions have been extinguished, together with their remaining karmic tendencies. When they hear the profound Dharma, their minds are free of doubt and fear. They are always able to cultivate great compassion, which is deep and subtle, embracing everything like the sky and bearing all like the earth. Since they have cut the net of doubt, wisdom arises in their minds. Within the Buddha Dharma, there is nothing that they do not comprehend. Their wisdom is like the ocean, and their samadhi is like the king of mountains. The light of their wisdom, being brilliant and pure, outshines the sun and moon. They are in complete possession of the pure, undefiled Dharma. They are like the Himalayas, because the brilliance of their virtues is reflected evenly and clearly. They are like the great earth, because they have no discriminative thoughts, such as pure or impure, beautiful or ugly. They are like pure water, because they wash away afflictions and defilements. They are like the king of fire, because they burn the firewood of all evil passions. They are like a great wind, because they travel throughout the worlds without hindrance. They are like the sky, because they have no attachments. They are like lotuses, because nothing in the world can defile them. They are like a great vehicle, because they carry the multitude of beings out of birth and death. They are like a heavy cloud, because they cause the great thunder of the Dharma to roar and awaken the unenlightened. They are like a great rain, because they cause the nectar of the Dharma to fall like rain showers to nourish living beings. They are like the encircling adamantine mountains, because demons and non-Buddhists cannot move them. They are like the king of the Brahma heaven, because they are foremost in the performance of various good deeds. They are like the Nigroda tree, because they afford shelter to all beings. They are like the Undambara flower, because they rarely appear in the world and are difficult to encounter. They are like a flock of playful birds, because they do not store things. They are like the king of bulls, because they are invincible. They are like the king of lions, because they fear nothing. They are like the vast sky, because their great compassion reaches everywhere without discrimination. They have destroyed envy by not being envious of the superiority of others. With single-heartedness, they seek the Dharma tirelessly. Always desiring to expound the doctrine, they never grow weary. Striking Dharma drums and hoisting Dharma banners, they cause the sun of wisdom to shine forth and dissipate the darkness of ignorance. They perform the 6 acts of accord and respect, and always provide others with the gift of the Dharma. Strong-willed and diligent, their determination never falters. Thus, they become lamps for the world and fields of supreme merit. They always become teachers and harbor no thought of discrimination, aversion, or attachment. They seek only the right path, finding neither joy nor sorrow in other matters. They extract thorns of passion and give peace of mind to multitudes of beings. Because of their merit and wisdom, there is no one who does not revere them. They have destroyed the hindrance of the 3 defilements and mastered the supernatural powers. They also possess the power of good karma from their former lives, the power of guiding others, of the will, of vows, of employing skillful means, of continuous practice, of doing good, of meditation, of wisdom, and of hearing the Dharma widely. They also possess the power of the 6 paramitas: giving, or dana; morality, or sila; patience, or kshanti; effort, or virya; meditation, or dhyana; and wisdom, or prajna; and the power of right mindfulness, concentration, contemplation, and the supernatural faculties, as well as transcendent knowledge, the power to tame and train living beings in the right way, as well as other powers. Fully possessed of all the physical characteristics and marks, virtues, and eloquence, they have no equals. They revere and worship innumerable Buddhas, and are, in turn, always praised by them. They have completed the Bodhisattva's course of paramitas and practiced the samadhis of emptiness, non-form, and non-desire, the samadhi of non-arising, non-perishing, and many other samadhis. Ananda, bodhisattvas of that land have innumerable virtues such as these, of which I have given you only an outline. If I were to expound them in full detail, 1,000 million kalpas would not be long enough to do so.